Historically, across most of Western Europe, most of the investors were occupiers. A large proportion of the property was held by owner-occupiers or by reasonably traditional property companies. And we've seen that change quite dramatically, and one of the biggest changes that we've really seen there is the pan-European nature of logistics now, that it really is dominated by the major players and the bigger retail groups. And in response to that, we've seen a lot of development companies specialise in logistics across Europe. For instance, the Gaisleys of this world, the Prologises, the Goodmans, the Panettones, they're all really quite pan-European in their outlook on business. And they have generated the product which is really most attractive to the big investors, both by their own funds that they put property into, and also by way of selling on to the big institutions who like the sector as well, and who have specialist funds in that sector.
I think that's a key point, that the institutions, they have developed from just having logistics or industrial as part of a balanced portfolio, and they now have dedicated logistics funds, much more so than they ever used to do. And it's probably worth differentiating between logistics and light industrial, flexible business space and warehousing as well. You get subsectors within the market, and again, different funds are focused on that, whether it's higher asset or more actively managed portfolios as opposed to larger industrial warehousing and longer leases, single tenants.
And indeed, actually the growth of light manufacturing in Central and Eastern Europe, which we just haven't seen really growing as a sector in Western Europe for some time. Eastern Europe, it is absolutely booming, and there's an awful lot of companies investing in that. And that sector shares an awful lot of the same attributes as logistics, really, in terms of the strength of the covenants, the leases that you get, and the type of buildings. We're not talking about really heavy industry, we're talking about real warehousing of light production assembly facilities, which has been a real growth sector.